So imagine this. You're standing in your childhood home, but the hallway is impossibly long. At the end of it, your third grade teacher's riding a bicycle made of spaghetti, and for some reason you're late for a math test. Also, you forgot your pants. Then suddenly you're flying, and just when it starts to feel amazing, you wake up. You stare at the ceiling thinking, what on earth was my brain doing? Was it random noise? Or was your mind actually trying to tell you something? Because most people never realize your brain doesn't stop working when you fall asleep. In many ways, it becomes even more active. Every night your body lies still, your brain becomes a storyteller, an editor, and sometimes even a therapist. And those bizarre dream sequences, they might actually be your mind trying to organize your life. So tonight we're decoding the strange inner cinema that plays behind your eyelids, because dreams aren't just weird, they're one of the most fascinating things the human brain does. Most people assume dreams are rare, maybe something that happens occasionally, but neuroscience tells a different story. The average person spends nearly 2 hours every night dreaming, not just once, but in multiple episodes that grow longer as the night progresses, which means your brain is essentially producing several mini movies every night of your life. And yet, the weirdest part isn't that we dream, it's how strange the dreams are. People fly, teeth fall out. You're suddenly back in school taking a test you forgot to study for, or being chased by something you can't quite see. The characters shift, the scenery morphs, logic dissolves, and somehow, while you're dreaming, it all feels completely normal. So why does the brain tell stories like this? To answer that, we need to peek inside what's happening in the brain during the most dream-intense phase of sleep. Most vivid dreaming happens during something called REM sleep. REM stands for rapid eye movement, because during this phase, your eyes actually dart around under your eyelids as if you're watching something. And in a sense, you are. Brain scans show something fascinating during REM sleep. The emotional centers of the brain become highly active. Regions like the amygdala, deeply involved in emotional processing, light up dramatically. But at the same time, the logical control center in front of your brain quiets down. The part responsible for rational thinking, reality checking, and skepticism. In other words, the emotional brain turns up, the logical brain turns down, which explains why your brain can casually accept that your childhood dog is suddenly your college roommate, while gravity has stopped working. Your brain isn't concerned with logic during dreams. It's concerned with something far more important, processing your life. Throughout the day, your brain collects an enormous amount of information. Conversations, embarrassing moments, new things you learn, tiny emotional reactions you barely noticed. Your brain can't store all of it permanently, so during sleep, it begins a kind of neural sorting process. Some experiences get strengthened and stored as long-term memories. Others quietly fade away. Scientists believe dreaming may be part of this process, your brain replaying fragments of the day while deciding what matters. Sometimes that awkward thing you said yesterday shows up in a dream, or the person you were thinking about, or the place you visited earlier in the day. But the brain doesn't replay memories like a video recording, it remixes them. Memories blend, people swap roles, locations merge. The brain is essentially experimenting, testing connections between experiences, and sometimes those strange combinations lead to something unexpected: creativity. Many artists, scientists, and inventors have reported breakthrough ideas emerging from dreams, because when logic loosens its grip, the mind becomes far more free to explore. But memory sorting might not be the most important role dreams play. Another powerful theory suggests dreams help us process emotion. Think about the last stressful day you had. Maybe a difficult conversation, an unexpected worry, a lingering frustration. Even if you tried to ignore it, your brain didn't. While you sleep, those emotional experiences often resurface, but in symbolic form, a feeling of being chased, losing control, getting lost, falling. These dream scenarios may be the brain's way of revisiting emotional experiences in a safe environment, almost like a simulation. Some researchers even call dreaming overnight therapy. Your brain replays emotional memories, but in a state where stress hormones are lower, allowing the mind to gradually process them, which may explain why, after a good night's sleep, things sometimes feel a little less overwhelming. Your brain has been quietly working through the emotional backlog. Now, here's where things get even more fascinating. Dreams don't communicate in sentences, they communicate in imagery, visual metaphors, symbolic scenes. For example, people across cultures commonly report dreams about being chased, losing teeth, falling, showing up somewhere unprepared. These experiences often mirror feelings from waking life: loss of control, anxiety, fear of judgment. But dreams don't follow a universal dictionary of symbols. Your brain creates its own visual language. It compresses complicated emotions into strange imagery. A single dream scene might represent dozens of emotional associations woven together, which is why dreams often feel so strangely meaningful, even when they make no logical sense. Your brain isn't trying to write a coherent story, it's trying to express a complex emotional landscape. For decades, scientists argued about whether dreams serve any purpose. Some thought they were just meaningless byproducts of brain activity. But modern research increasingly suggests something deeper. Dreaming may help the brain strengthen important memories, process emotional experiences, simulate potential threats, enhance creativity and problem solving. In other words, dreams might be part of how the brain makes sense of being alive. Every night, the mind replays fragments of your past, experiments with possibilities, and tries to integrate everything you've experienced into a coherent understanding of the world. It's not perfect, it's messy, sometimes absurd, but it's also astonishing because while you sleep, your brain is quietly performing one of the most mysterious acts in human biology. It's telling stories, stories made from memories, fears, hopes, and imagination, all woven together inside the private theater of your mind. So the next time you wake up from a bizarre dream, before dismissing it as nonsense, pause for a moment. Because somewhere in that strange nighttime narrative, your brain might have been trying to understand you. And the remarkable thing is, tonight, it'll try again. What's the strangest dream you've ever had? Let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed our time together. And until next time, my little cherubs, Mima's always rooting for you.